Lately, a lot of people in stream have been asking me for my sensitivity settings. For reference, I'm on PlayStation 5. I use a controller, and I do not use aim assist. I probably watched like 30 videos before making my own sensitivity settings, and every single one of them I watched did not work for me, and every single one of them was aim assist on. I never use aim assist personally because aim assist puts you to center of mass, and I do pretty much PVE only. I only do PvP when it is thrust upon me, and if it's getting snapped to center of mass on arc, and then you have to adjust to go towards the rotors, it's just a pain in the ass. I want to be able to just aim at the rotors, you know? Easy. The sensitivity settings I'm about to show you will work with aim assist on or off. Just me personally, I have it off, and I noticed not any of the videos I watched are like, no aim assist, let's go. So this is that. The most important thing, turn off all this stuff on the bottom here. Zoom horizontal look boost, zoom vertical look boost, turn it off. And then the ramp up time, super important. It's gonna make your aiming way smoother, especially when you're in situations where you have to like go from making slow adjustments to quick adjustments, or you have a lot of arc flying around you in like crazy directions. Having these zoom boosts are actually gonna make your aiming way worse. At least that's how it is for me. So I'll show you why. So like right now, with these zoom look boosts off, the only thing I have to worry about is the zoom sensitivity multiplier, which I have set to 30%. Here's an example. If I put my stick all the way to the edge and I just make a circle like that, right? This is me doing a fast circle, right? Fast circle, trying to keep the same speed, give or take. You can see it's smooth, you know? It makes a circle, it's smooth. And here's a slow one. You can see nice and smooth. So now I'm gonna show you what it looks like with the boost turned on, and you will see why exactly perhaps you should consider turning them off. So let's just turn this to just 40. And we'll turn this one to 40, and then the ramp up time we'll set to like 0.2. This is the exact same movement and about the same speed, close as I can get to doing the same movement and speed as possible. The exact same thing. Little circle, little fast circle. And then this is a big one. This is the exact same speed as before. One's slow, one's fast, which changes the speed, the size of the circle that I'm making. When you have the boost turned up, every time you switch a plane from X to Y, it resets the boost, which is gonna make your aim extremely inconsistent unless you somehow learn how to deal with that. Once again, here is slow circle with the boosts. Oop. Here's slow circle with the boosts one more time. Here's fast circle with the boosts. And then one more time with the boosts off. 0, 0, ramp up time to 0. Same exact speeds. Oh, so nice, so nice. And then here's slow. Now you might be thinking, well, that's too slow. Well, here's how you solve that. All you have to do is deal with one single setting, and that is your zoom sensitivity multiplier. So for me, I have the zoom sensitivity multiplier set to 30. You might want it at 25 or 20 or 40. I started at 45 and I worked my way down over the course of a few days, and I settled at 30. 30 is a good middle ground for me. It's not too fast, it's not too slow. But this is like to taste, you know, this is like the amount of salt you want in a dish. But with this, the only thing you have to worry about for sensitivity is this one setting, unless you use an osprey or something like that a lot where it has a scope, and then you want to set this to whatever as well. One more thing as well is the look response curve. If you watch enough controller sensitivity settings videos, you will quickly see that the vast majority, like 98% of them, tell you to go with linear. And that's because it like it says, it directly maps to your input with a 1-to-1 ratio. So what you do on your controller, if you just push in a little bit, it'll push a little bit. If you push fast, it'll push fast. Sinusoidal, the reason I choose this, as it says, smooth in, steep middle, smooth out. Let's say there's a hornet coming at you and it's kind of far and you're starting kind of slow to track it. It's gonna be a smooth in for that, so you can track it really well and make those shots at a distance. But let's say you miss 1 or 2 shots, it's coming at you fast, and you need to suddenly make quicker adjustments to your aim. That steep middle might help because it's gonna be a little bit more responsive. And then it's gonna give you a smooth out, so you're not like, just balls out the entire way. If you're shooting at something from afar, and you have your dead zones turned to 0, you want that ease in a little bit, you know what I mean? Little bit of an ease in. If you're aiming at something from a distance, the chances that you overcompensate are lessened because you have that smooth in. Most of the time fighting Arc, if they're doing anything crazy, like if they're flying over you, I wouldn't suggest following them in ADS, especially if you have your zoom sensitivity multiplier set to like 25 or 30, because it's not going to be that fast for tracking, and these things will fly really fast over your head. What I would suggest is following them with your regular look camera and then aiming, because if you have no zoom boosts and you're trying to, it's gonna be slow if you just stay in ADS. So what I would suggest is have a higher sensitivity for your look. If you need to slide past something, or something flies past you fast, you can follow it really quickly with your camera, then aim in ADS once you have it in the approximate, like, there's just gonna be a lot less space for you to have to travel if you do 90% of the aiming here, and then ADS. You know what I mean? So, and me personally, I have my horizontal and my vertical sensitivity turned up relatively high compared to the defaults, because I want to be able to, if I need to turn around quickly and see something behind me, I want to be able to see it quickly. Now, obviously, it's not that fast compared to what some people might have it set to, but if I'm like sliding, you know, it's pretty easy for me to turn around relatively quickly. So I have my look sensitivity turned up rather high, and I have a little bit of a boost for the look sensitivity, but anything beyond that, I have none of the boosts turned on. So let's check it out. Horizontal sensitivity 140, vertical sensitivity 110, zoom sensitivity 30%. This is to your own personal taste. Look response curve sinusoidal. Look inner dead zone set to 0, movement inner dead zone set to 5, horizontal look boost and vertical look boost 55 and 40. Again, these are for the camera, not for ADS. And these can be set to 0 too if you want, but I find that they are useful for camera movement. And then all the rest of the boosts turn to 0. You don't need any of the rest. That's it. Super simple. Anyway, guys, that's it. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet. Join a stream sometime. I do stream every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Love to have a say with you. Come by and chat.